Oh, yeah, there we are. Hello, everyone. Sorry for the technical difficulties we had in the background. We're all now connected and live. So, good evening, everybody, and welcome. It's quite a cold winter night actually here in Queensland, and it's actually raining as well. So, it's quite nice and chilly, and I'm actually pleased to be on my day off and enjoy this weather and enjoy it with all of you all out here. I'm Anisha, and tonight we are going to have a real conversation about something we've all thought about at some point. So, how many times have you thought of this question? Could you do differently if we started again? So, if you had to start again, what do you think you would do differently? Whether it's in business, in your careers, your finances, your relationships, personal growths, there's lots you can think about. So, tonight we'll discuss with my amazing panel, and they will share their experiences, their lessons, and the wisdom to help others learn from some of the mistakes we all do and some of the challenges they have faced and how that's helped them to overcome whatever they go through. So let's get on into our lovely speakers here. And I've got my four lovely speakers. That's Sunday, Firdausi, Regina, and Ila. Thank you for joining me here tonight. And I'll pass on to each of you to just briefly introduce yourself and tell us where you're from. So over to you, Sunday.
Hi, my name is Sunday. I'm originally from South Sudan. I'm a mother of four, a wife. My professional background is information technology, and I'm so proud to run this amazing online business. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunday. Firdausi, can you please introduce yourself to our guest?
Assalamualaikum everyone. Good evening. I'm Ferdowsi. I'm originally from Bangladesh and an immigrant here from since in 2003 Sydney, Australia. I have a wonderful family, pathology sector. I have a full-time job to support myself and my family. Life has been busy balancing work, home, and responsibilities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Firdausi. Thank you. Regina, over to you.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everyone. This is Regina from Facebook page of Regina's Digital Circle. I am originally from Fiji, living in Brisbane. I'm retired and a digital business mentor. Yes, I have banking and telecommunication background. I've been retired for the last probably 8 years. Yeah, and I have been doing this business for the last 4 years, and I'm really enjoying it. Thank you, Anisha.
Thank you, Regina. Thank you. Over to you, Ila.
Thank you so much, Anisha. Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I am Ila. I'm originally from Bangladesh. I'm living in Australia last 16 years. I'm wife and mom of two kids. My professional background, I'm a pathology collector, and I'm proudly doing this business last 2 years. Thank you so much, Anisha.
Thank you, Ila. And for all of you who don't know me, I'm Anisha. I'm a registered nurse by profession and a mom, two beautiful kids, and a wife too. I'm originally from India, but I have been in New Zealand, and I call New Zealand my home as well. But I've only moved to Australia in the past 2 years, and I've been in this business for over a year now. And it has really changed my perspective of life as well. So I've really enjoyed doing this business, and I'm looking forward to seeing if we'll have some new people join us tonight in this lovely business. So, all of you who are watching us live today, you can see we've got people from different backgrounds, different professions, and it is never ending to know what's your profession or what's your background. If you've got that mindset to change and make that change for you and your family, you can always do it. So in our comments down there, comment below and tell us where you're watching from and what would you do if you had an opportunity to change something for yourself. So without wasting any further time, we'll start on to our lovely questions. So my first question is going to go to Ela, and that is, so Ela, what were you doing before you started looking for something different?
Uh, I always thinking about my past. Looking back, I always say the same thing. I wish I had started this business earlier. If I had, probably would have been much further ahead by now. Before finding this business, actually, I was actively looking for something I could do online. Whether it was a job or a business, I was determined to create another source of income. I explored platforms like Shopify, Amazon, and eBay, but they did not feel like the right fit for me. You know why? Because I have to spend so many hours to search for products and which products people will like. I have to find these things. This one is felt to me very critical. At, I couldn't do this one. I was trying, but it was not for me. So that's why I didn't like it. The idea of constantly researching products, guessing what people would buy, and worrying about profit margins. I wanted a business with a proven system instead of having to figure everything out on my own. So now I'm here. Finally, I found my destination. Thank you so much, Anisha.
Thank you so much, Ela. Thank you. That was really well summed up. So, as you can see, Ela has tried different businesses prior to this one. And the reason why she's stuck to this business is because everything is covered under one platform. It is fully automated, and you only have a 149 US dollar. Your That's your enrollment fee, and that covers literally everything from your training to your website creation. Everything is in there. You don't have to pay anything additional, and we get a lot and lot of information. There's a large community out there where you can, even 24/7, it's actually working. So if you think you're lost somewhere and you need to ask some question, you ask and someone will answer you immediately. So you're never left alone. So
True.
thank you so much, Ela. That's
No.
really nice. For my audiences who are watching out there, what is one thing, if you could start over again, what it would be? Write it down for us in the comments so we can discuss it later. All right, going on to the next one. That's going to go to Firdausi. So, Firdausi, what were your biggest doubts when you first started? And was there anything that nearly stopped you from moving forward? So, just to give a brief, Firdausi is our newest member, but she's been doing this business like a pro, like as if she's already been in there for a long time. So, this is a really nice question for Firdausi to answer for us.
Thank you, Ila. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
It's
One of the
Anisha.
biggest things I learned One of the biggest things I learned through this journey is that many of fears came from simply not understanding how the system operated. I had so many questions like, is this legitimate? If I don't know anything, who will help me? How much time I will take? Could I eventually earn anything or not? I believe many people had these same questions because they don't fully understand the process much more clearly. I learned that I wasn't expected to training, practical resources, and a supportive community that helped me learn at my own pace. Life became more challenging. I injured my finger at home, had to stay home for 3 weeks using my sick leave. My doctor recommended me to take more time off to recover, but because my workplace was very busy, I had to return to my job as a pathology specimen collector. Recovered. That experience became a real wake up call. It made me realize how important it is to prepare for the future instead of relying on just one source of income throughout my working life. Not long after that, I developed a painful shoulder problem that is still continuing. Many nights I couldn't sleep properly because of the pain. For the past 3 months, my husband's always helping me, supporting me, thank him for his love and support. There were moments when I felt like giving up, but I realized there is never a perfect time to start or continue. I just kept taking one small step at a time. I also learned that this journey isn't about getting rich quickly. It's about learning valuable skills, taking consistent actions, continuing to grow. Everyone's journey is different, and results depend on individual effort, consistency, and many other factors. That completely changed my mindset. Instead of asking, can I do this? I started asking, what's the next step I need to learn? Looking back, my experiences also made me think seriously about retirement. I realized that I don't want to wait until retirement to start preparing for my future. Learning new skills has given me more confidence, hope, and more options for the years ahead. Today I am still learning, still growing, and although my shoulder is still healing, I have overcome many of my fears and doubts. Alhamdulillah, I am grateful that I didn't let those fears stop me from taking the first step. So, question for everyone: what were your biggest doubts when you first started something new? Was there anything that nearly stopped you from moving forward? I would love to hear your story. As I didn't stop myself, I'm still continuing my everything for the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Firdausi. You answered that really well. Yes, it is not easy for anyone to just start anything without knowing and having enough information. People who know me, you will know what a shy person I was before I started this business. And plus, being 20 years in nursing, all I could think was only nursing. I never thought I could get out of my nursing career and do something different. And right now, I'm still working full time. I'm running this business on the side. I'm making time for myself, for my family, and for the kids. But it's not a journey which I want to stop soon because I can see the potential and I can see what I'm going to achieve in the coming years. So I'm not giving up either. So Firdausi has answered our question very well. So we'll like to hear from you. What are your biggest doubts when you first started anything in your life, and how did you overcome that for us? All right, going to our next session. So whoever's listening there, please comment from where you're watching and keep us posted if you'll have any other questions that you'll want us to answer. All right, going to the next person, that is to Sunday. So, Sunday, how has your mindset changed since getting started in this business?
Thank you so much, sis. I'm so grateful, in fact, for this online business. that it changed so many things in my life. Going back to my background, I grew up as a refugee child who lost the parents during that moment of a refugee, and then become a refugee again when I was having children. So I was always having that low self-esteem. I never thought anything good could come out of me because I was just hearing nothing, you are good for nothing, nothing, you will not go further without your parents, or you will not continue with your studies. So I always thought that the good thing is happening to other people, but not me. I never thought for myself once that one day I would have my own global online business, or maybe even finishing education. So I was always thinking myself I would be in lack, suffering, and that was always the lifestyle because we grew up in a very, very difficult situation where I never wanted to continue with my children, that my children should get that lifestyle that I went through, where food was a problem, a place to sleep on was a problem, getting exercise books was a problem, because how I went to secondary school was I was very good in mathematics, and how I went to secondary school was I answer questions. If someone has a very difficult mathematics question, I could tell them that if I answer your question, and I will reverse engineer that question to get that answer, to get you the question. If it is correct, you get me 2 exercise books and a pen. So that was how I got exercise books, a lot of exercise books and pens for me to go to high school. And it was really so helpful because there was no one to buy for me. Because I have some good Samaritans helping me, others who are relative and not. But that was how I went to high school. But thinking of something big like this that could change my mindset, that I would have a business or maybe doing something different that would impact people from different parts of the world, was a dream, was a big dream that I never knew how it could come true. But starting up this online business really changed my life, because before, when I got this online business, with that low self-esteem I had, I was asking people, can you see me be able to do a business like this online? And all the people I asked, big people that know me very well, they say, Sunday, you're very shy. You can't do this. You're not a very social person. You cannot do this. And there was no one person that told me that I could do it. But after weighing my pain points, my desire for change for my own life, for my children, it pushed me beyond my fear, beyond my doubts that I was not able. I was telling myself I was not able, until I start telling myself that Sunday, you can do it. If anyone else is doing something and they can learn in the training, they said there's training, there is mentorship, which means you try for yourself. So when I started, the first thing I got in this online business was on mindset. And that first thing that reminded me that you are enough. I am enough. I can do anything that if I put my interest on to learn and apply it. So it was a big change. I was not now looking for some people to give me the recommendation that Sunday you can do this or not. I know that I can learn it. However many times I will fail, but I will be committed to do it. So that is one big mindset shift, from being low self-esteem, not thinking anything good would come out of me. I am seeing myself as someone on progress that is learning every day. I commit to learning, and I commit to doing better, improving myself to become better than what I was yesterday. Each day I make sure that the hour ago, I have to be better than the past hour that has gone. So this is a big mindset shift. Another thing that, as Ferdowsi said it, waiting for the perfect time. I no longer wanted to wait for the perfect time, because that perfect time may never come. Because when I got this online business, I never had any profession. I was just working in information management department with no profession. I was studying, but when I lost my job, became a refugee for the second time, I could not continue with my studies. But I had some small savings that I used to start this business. Guess what happened? This business sent me back to school to complete my bachelor degree in information technology. So it tells me that anything that you truly want, you can do it anytime that you can do it, because the perfect time you can wait and it won't come. Now, when I started the business, I have my profession, the business completed my studies, and then my qualifications, and then I have a business at the same time. So it was something that was big for me. So there are so many things that change. I believe in myself. I trust myself. I trust the system, because there is a mentorship, there is coaching that really brought me to who I am today. So my message to someone that is out there, I don't know what situation you're in, I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what your background was, how difficult your situation was, or how challenging or how ugly your background was. You can change your story. You can rewrite that story. And it can start with something as simple as this. Finding us online is not a coincidence. Maybe God is answering that prayer that you've been praying. So please ask if there is anything that you wanted to know more, maybe something inside you is saying, oh, I relate to maybe one of the story, maybe for the Fedosi's story, maybe Ella's story, maybe Sunday's story. Can I be able to find that? Please reach out, because what you're holding yourself, thinking that you're wanting to wait for the best time, that best time will find you somewhere else. So don't wait for the best time. Don't think you are not good enough. You are enough. And with our business, you got all the support you need. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sunday. Thank you. That was really inspiring. Like, honestly, we learn about each other every time we
Yeah.
meet up and have a meeting, because we are from different backgrounds. We are not even friends. We've become friends over
Yeah.
here. This is like our little community of friends here, and we keep learning about each other. So it's really inspiring to listen to Sunday, and I can't even relate myself to what Sunday has gone through. So if Sunday could do it with that mindset change, I'm sure people sitting out there and listening, if you have that mindset to make a change, you can do it. You just got to believe in yourself. And I was making notes while Sunday was speaking, because it was so inspiring and so nice to listen to someone speak from the heart. So, yes, Sunday, so you have covered everything. I don't have to say anything. So, if it's in your desire and if you wish to make a change for yourself, you just have to do it. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for the day after. Just start when you have to start. The right time is never going to come. All right. With that said, let's go to our next question. Is over to Regina. So please, people, don't forget to comment where you're listening from and where you're joining us from tonight. And if you have any questions for us, please feel free to comment down there. Okay, the next question is to Regina. What would you say to someone who thinks they need to know everything before they begin?
Thank you, Anisha. My God, Sunday, I don't think I can ever match your story. Your story is just so touching and so, like inspiring. What you have gone through in your life is just unbelievable, and you have come out bright and shining, like you are an unbelievable person, human being. And you are soon to become a coach very soon, a business coach. So we pray and hope that it happens very, very soon. So my topic is, what would you say to someone who thinks they need to know everything before they begin? Yeah, this is something we all face in our business. Like, we come across people who are scared to take the risk because they think that they need to know everything before they start. When I started this business, I knew nothing. But I took the leap of faith because I wanted to achieve something in life. And when I saw what the other people were getting, I wanted to have that too. But like, unless you take the action, you will not learn, because you don't have to know everything before you begin. No one starts as an expert. Every successful person was once a beginner. So you learn by doing, not by waiting. A lot of people have been waiting and waiting. Like, for me, it's 4 years in the business. If I was thinking like this, I would have been still waiting 4 years and still I wouldn't know everything. So unless you take that first step, you wouldn't know which way it's going. And clarity comes from action. So most people wait for the perfect time. When is the perfect time? Is there a perfect time? Is there a perfect plan? No, there is nothing. You just have to take the next step. Then only you know things become clearer because you're taking the first step. Unless you take the first step, you wouldn't know. Like if you have to do something, like you're going somewhere and there is a little creek or something there that you have to jump to go on the other side. So if you keep looking at the water, you will not be able to go on the other side. You got to jump. So that's an example you can take for to analyze anything that you think requires your knowledge, full knowledge, before you do anything. So progress beats perfection. So if you want to have everything perfect, like there are so many people who really want everything perfect. You can't have everything perfect. You will make mistakes on the way. You'll make mistakes. You learn from your mistakes. You fall, you get up. You fall again, you get up, because that's the way to go. If you wait until you know everything, you'll still be waiting from years from now, and you will still be there. You won't go anywhere. So small consistent action will always take you further than perfect planning. Confidence is built, not found. So if you think that you want to have confidence before you start anything, before you learn anything, before you have any clarity about what you want to do, it's not gonna be there just like that. You have to build it. You can't just look for it. It's confidence is not something that you can find in a dictionary and you'll know. You have to build it, and confidence doesn't come before you start. It comes because you start. Every small win gives you the courage for the next step. So anything that you are doing, you got to take the leap of faith. Like in this business, we say, if you want to know more about the business, you got to take that leap of faith. Don't wait. Don't think that, oh, this may be a scam, this is a risk, I don't want to do it. But unless you take that risk, you will not know whether this is a legitimate business or not. But our business definitely is not a scam, and it's a legitimate business. It's proven and tested. So like if you want to have a change in your life, don't wait until you know everything, because you will never have that time of the day that you will know everything before you start anything. It doesn't happen that way. You got to start before you learn anything. So that's all from me, Anisha. Thank you.
Thank you, Regina. Thank you. Just to sum it up all, think of yourself as a new grad starting a new job and where you're learning everything from scratch. That's exactly how this business is. Everything is taught to you systematically. You don't need to know anything prior, but you can always do your own research before you start. So if you think it's a scam or you're not sure, do your own research and then hop on and join and start this. So, with that, we finish our questions for tonight. One thing I want to say is today, when we had our lovely masterminds on, I'm sure all of you have heard of it. And one thing that stuck with me, which one of our speakers spoke, and I really wanted to share this with you guys tonight. She gave a clear example. She said, if you're working 8 hours a day and then you go home and you're sleeping for your 8 hours or doing your other chores for the 8 hours, like your grocery shopping, your kids, homework, activities, everything. But for that 8 hours, once you finish work and go home, you're not getting paid for that. You're only getting paid for your first 8 hours where you actually worked. So imagine you have invested in this business and now you've gone home from your 8 hour shift and you don't have to do anything more because there's something working for you at the background, running in the background for you, which is actually generating more income. So if you think of it that way, you're actually not losing anything and you're not putting in any extra effort to get that because you know that there's something on the background which is actually working there for you. So basically, even when you're running an errand or you're doing your day, You're getting paid here because your business is still legitimate and it's running and you're earning. So think of it in that way and see what would you like to do if you were given that choice to join today. So thank you once again to all our lovely speakers here tonight. I hope everyone watching has taken away at least one lesson that can help them move forward with more confidence. And remember, we can't change the past, but we can use what we have learned to create a better future for us. So it's a future for you, for yourself, and your family. So if you like to learn more or you want to connect with any of the speakers today, please drop a comment or comment as start below and put, or just reach out to one of us and we'll get back to you. So it's really lovely. And don't forget to put your comments there to tell us where you're joining from. And thank you once again for everybody joining us here tonight. So we'll probably see you all in the next week or the week after with some more questions. So if you have any questions for us, please feel free to comment and let us know. Till then, good night. See you all. Have a good sleep.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.